My first question is, how were you feeling before you decided to sort of invest in yourself and start this process?
So, yeah, interesting question. I'd gotten into a bit of a routine or a bit of a habit, if you like, of spending money without any direction or focus. I was buying expensive items without sort of thinking about what I would wear them with. So I would see something, I'd see a top or I'd see a pair of pants and go, oh, that's really nice, I'll buy that. And then I'd get home and have no idea what to wear it with. So I think it was that sort of feeling of standing in front of my wardrobe going, oh my God, I've got nothing to wear. And it was sort of every single day. And actually it was chockers full of clothes, in fact, more than one wardrobe full of clothes. And it was just a matter of sort of being able to have some tools to help me work out what would go with what, how to match things, what shoes to wear, etc. So I think I was never sort of overwhelmed, but I just had this, oh my goodness, I'm spending this money on an ongoing basis on things that have still got tags on them in my cupboard for 2 years because I wasn't quite sure how to wear it, what to wear it with.
That's right, yeah, because no one teaches us these things. So it's like, yeah, you don't know what you don't know. So what's one thing that you took away that maybe others could benefit from tonight?
For me, it was the learnings for me. There was a couple of learnings for me that, depending on circumstances, people might relate to. The first was working with Shannon. I identified that all the clothes I was buying were too big, like way too big. So I think I can now buy clothes and wear clothes with confidence that are actually the right size. And I don't need to sort of hide behind loose, baggy clothes. And in fact, when I started dressing to my shape, actually, I realized that I do have a shape and that I feel more comfortable in clothes that fit properly. I guess it's a good problem to have that I was buying things too big, but actually seeing myself in clothes that actually fit nicely and show my shape. So I think my first point would be buy clothes that are the right size, and Shannon can help with that. I think the other key takeaway for me was I now will look at something online or pick something up in a store and I pause and I go, now what would I wear this with? What would Shannon say I could wear with this? And I think that's important because it stopped my sort of just buying stuff for the sake of buying it. And even I've just started sort of doing my packing list for a sort of overseas holiday. And there's this really nice Oroton short set that I wanted to take, but I took it off my list this week, Shannon. You'd be so proud because I actually went, well, nothing else goes with this. I can't split this. It's a set that needs to be worn together and therefore it's not versatile for when I'm traveling overseas. So it is a way of working out what goes with what and how you can maximize what you've got.
Yeah, I love that for you. I particularly love that you're like, we can see your body shape and like, yes.
That's been the biggest difference. I think females, I'm almost 60 and I think as you get older and you go through menopause and your body changes and you carry weight in different spots, you do forget that underneath it you do have shape, and it does, like, clothes can fit comfortably and they don't have to be sort of overwhelming your body. So that's been probably the most surprising factor for me.
Love that for you. And so what's been the best thing about working together?
I think I touched on some of that. So learning what shapes work for me, and in particular, I love wearing pants. I love wearing skirts and dresses, but it never happens. So for pants, working out that, just little things like look for things with a flat front, not with pleats at the front. It doesn't matter how cute they are. If they've got pleats, they don't work. So learning what shapes work. I think probably waking up every day, or actually before I go to bed at night, I go into the app and I pick out what I'm going to wear the next day and I put it out. And so in the morning, I'm not standing there going, oh God, what am I going to wear today? I think Shannon also, I'll admit, I was a bit nervous. She's young and she's, attractive. And I was a bit nervous about, coming in, poking around in my wardrobe. But I think the wardrobe clean out was brilliant. And actually seeing 8 bags of clothes made me realize that I had a problem. But I think I can now see what's in my cupboard, and there's less in my cupboard, but I can see what goes with what. Where before it was kind of, you couldn't see trees for the forest, forest for the trees, whichever way it goes. So I think that clear picture every morning of what I'm going to wear to work. Last night we got home, we went to the cinema. Before I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? I knew exactly what I was going to wear. So I think that saves me mental time. Packing for travel, again, it's clear to me what I need to pack. So I think sort of the clear picture furniture every day and the decluttering of the wardrobe. And Shannon's brutal, and I had to sort of let go of a couple of things that I didn't want to let go of. But I did, when I started wearing the things that suit, I realized that those things that I was attached to actually weren't working for me anyway.
That's right. Yeah, I don't have that emotional attachment to things. I can just see like what's working and what's not working. But yeah, totally get, yeah, some things we like, it's harder to let go of. And so what would you, for the ladies tonight, yeah, what would you suggest others focus on?
Being able to let things go. I think that's where I would start. Like, I wouldn't start, if I was doing this again, I would start in the same spot. I would do your wardrobe, and then I really enjoyed the 3 hours of shopping because Shannon already knew what was missing. She'd already seen the wardrobe, and we filled the gaps. And where we couldn't fill gaps, we've got photos, etc. So I think definitely the wardrobe clean out. I think second step is the shopping, and third is the app. I kind of wasn't sort of convinced on the app, and now I use it every day. I have it on my iPad next to my bed, have it on my phone, do my packing list. I travel a lot for work. I do my packing lists while looking at the app now. So I think I do them in that order. Now, that's the order I did them in, so I don't know any different. But I think the other thing I learned was I'd gotten attached to certain brands because I thought they suited me and they were expensive brands. But actually, Shannon has a mix of sort of high-end, middle of the range, Uniqlo sort of at the other end. So not everything has to be fancy and expensive, and you can just knowing what to put together, checking on the app, does that go with that? Great. What shoes do I wear? Great. What bag? I've got a bag, you'll be impressed, Shannon. I've got a Christian Louboutin tote that I've never used, and I've used it every day this week because I know what outfit to wear it with. Actually, it's just right here.
So gorgeous. Yes.
So I think the decluttering first up, and as part of that, you get to understand what shape your body is, what works, what doesn't. I didn't throw everything out. I got some stuff tailored, obviously kept a bunch of stuff also, but then the shopping and the app.
Thank you so much for your time, Tracey. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Oh,
excellent. All right. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you. See you. Bye.